Boy, oh boy. Whew. So I heard that the rapper Fetty was just released from prison. And I mentioned this before. My mom, she loves Fetty. She loves him. Loves him. Play his music all day long. Loves Fetty, right? And I find it hilarious how I'm being shunned simply for no longer believing in her cult, that even she can't prove to me or anybody else that this is the truth. She can't prove it. Just like any other Jehovah's Witness, they can't prove that they had the truth, right? They're ready to shun people in a heartbeat. They're ready to cut people off in a heartbeat, but yet they can't prove that what they're ready to die for really is the truth. Make that make sense. But anyway, my mom, who has shunned me for the last 3 years now, easily can cut me off because I no longer believe in her religion, right? But she loves someone like Fetty Wap. And let's keep in mind, he was in prison for drug trafficking. Make that make sense. So she would go to a Fetty Wap concert, or if she saw a Fetty Wap in the street, oh, hey, Fetty Wap, I love your music. I love your music. Can I take a picture with you, Fetty Wap? Can I get an autograph, Fetty Wap? If she saw him in the streets, pictures, he would get attention. Oh, I love your music. I love you. You're a great artist. If she saw me in the streets, she would look the other way. He went in prison for drug trafficking. All I did was said to her, Mom, this is not the truth. I was raised to believe it was the truth because you brought me into this. But I didn't know any better. I just blindly believe. But Mom, when you do your research, you will clearly see this is not the truth. This is a man-made religion. Time to leave. Time to leave. Oh, my son, Jerron, he's an apostate. Can't talk to him anymore. But yet, she would talk to someone like Fetty Wap, who went to jail for drug trafficking. You guys know how when I talk about the Twilight Zone, right? I always talk about it. Because, when you compare the Twilight Zone to the Jehovah's Witness cult, they're pretty much identical. Excuse me. They're pretty much identical. Because the shit that you have to live through, the shit that you have to go through as a former Jehovah's Witness, it is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing how people can easily cut off their own family for a belief that they can't even, excuse me, guys, a belief that they can't even defend. They can't even defend their organization. That's why Jehovah's Witnesses run away. When people ask them certain questions, oh, apostate, we got to run away. We can't engage with you guys. Why not? You have the truth. Why can't you engage? Why can't you talk to former members? Why do you have to cut off your own family members? Why? Over a religious belief that you can't even prove is true? So when I heard that Fetty Wap was released from prison, I said, oh boy, here we go. My mom's going to be at his concert. I think he's from New Jersey, which is right next door from New York. So she's probably going to go to a Fetty Wap concert pretty soon. Now that he's released. She can see a drug trafficker, but not her own son. This is that Twilight Zone shit that I was telling you guys. A lot of shit in this world don't make sense. Up is down, down is up. People that are loved shouldn't be loved. All these fake people in his life, celebrities. Celebrities don't even give a fuck about people. Yet people spending hundreds of dollars to support celebrities at concerts. You can't even, I think Chris Brown was charging what, $1,000 for an autograph? Charging middle-class people $1,000 for an autograph. It should be the other way around. He's a fucking millionaire. Sorry guys, I'm gonna get off a little topic here, but going back to Fetty Wap, I find it ridiculous. I find it ridiculous how my mom could no longer, I mean, I never ever speak to her ever again. Because she decided to believe in a lie. To her, it's real. To her and every other Jehovah's Witness, it's real up until you start asking them questions that when you start to make them think, they don't want people who's going to make them think. They don't want people who's going to make them doubtful. So they cut you off. Oh, let me cut off this person who has sincere, genuine interest in me. Because this person doesn't want me to this person doesn't want me to waste my life away. Let me cut off this nice person who just care about me. Let me cut them off. But let me serve the governing body leaders who keep lying to us, who keep telling us that the end is right around the corner. Let me listen to the governing body leaders who keep saying, oh, no apology needed. We could change the policies. We could change the doctrines at any given time. And we don't have to give you guys any explanation. No explanation. We expect you guys to blindly believe forever until you grow old and die. You have to slave us. Can't do jack shit for yourself. No savings. You got money? Wait, hold on. You got money in your bank account? You know what? We're gonna need some. Yeah. You know what? We're gonna need some monthly donations from you guys. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Everybody, every Jehovah's Witness, we will set up our monthly donations for JW.org. Because even though we're a $1 billion organization, with a B, by the way, $1 billion organization, we need more money. Why? Don't worry. Don't worry why. Don't worry why. Just know that we need you guys to set up monthly donations. And yet, Jehovah's Witnesses, even though they have all the red flags, they see all the red flags. I feel like every Jehovah's Witness, deep down inside, these people can't be that dumb. They can't be. Deep down inside, I'm talking about the very core of them. Whew. And a lot of people haven't been there. A lot of people don't go to that place because it's a dark place. When you explore things deep down internally, you ask yourself that deep, dark questions. Like, is this really the truth? Am I really going to see paradise? And if so, why do I have to keep waiting when they keep saying this for nearly 150 years now? You see, when someone dives into those questions, it's a scary place. It's easier to neglect those questions and just keep going with the flow, keep running on that hamster wheel. That's easier to do. That's why Jehovah's Witnesses stay Jehovah's Witnesses. Because if they were to explore the deep, dark questions, like, am I prepared to waste the rest of my life? Not do jack shit for myself. No ambitions, no dreams, no goals. I'm supposed to live in poverty for the rest of my life and keep slaving for this man-made organization. When someone asks those deep internal questions, it's scary. And a lot of people can't face those questions. Which is why, going back to my mom, it's easier for her to shun somebody like me who's going to make her ask those deep, personal, dark questions that she don't want to explore. I would make her explore those questions because I don't want her to waste her fucking life. I'd rather have her think about those dark, deep things by planting those seeds, by asking her questions. I would rather do that than not say jack shit and let her life pass her by, and then I would resent myself later on. No, not doing that. I don't want her to waste her life, just like I don't want to waste my life. Who wants to waste a life away? Who? Jehovah's Witnesses do, apparently, because they don't want to ask those deep, personal questions. So it's easier for my mom to shun somebody like me. It's easier for her to shun me, who's gonna ask her questions because I sincerely care about her. I don't want her to waste her life away. It's easier for her to shun me and to listen to somebody like Fetty Wap. I cannot believe that she is so it's wild losing your family to something so fake. The cult of Jehovah's Witnesses is so fucking fake. I can't imagine how How people are comfortable living fake, superficial lives. I can't comprehend it. They're comfortable living superficial, fake lives. And they can easily shun people who have sincere, genuine interest in helping them see the real truth about their religious beliefs. This is some real Twilight Zone shit. My mom would blast Fetty rap. She saw him in the streets. Like I said, if she saw him in the streets, it would be a whap. No pun intended. It would be a whap. If she saw her own son, she would look the other way. I would never hear from her ever again, probably, over a lie. But someone like Fetty Wap, that's okay. A former drug trafficker, that's fine. That's fine, right? Oh, I'll talk to him. I'll listen to his music. Oh, that's fine. But my own son who wants me to see the real truth about my religious beliefs. My own son who genuinely loves me, who's encouraging me to do my research. Fuck him. He loves me, fuck him. Fetty Wap don't love me, he don't care about me, but I'm gonna blast his music all day long. I'm gonna serve the governing body leaders all day long, even though if I died tomorrow, the governing body leaders, they wouldn't even pay for my funeral. But yet they want monthly donations from me, but yet they don't support the rank and file. They don't care about them. They don't acknowledge them. So guys, when I tell you that this is some Twilight Zone shit, good is bad, bad is good. There's a real demonic force on this planet. There really is. I'm not even a religious person, but there's a real demonic force where people that are doing bad are being loved. People that are good-hearted are being punished. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? But anyway, when I saw that Fetty Wap was released, I said, oh boy, here we go. I just can't fathom how I lost my mom, I lost my family to something that's not even real, to a cult. A cult that's not even real. A cult that they're ready to all grow old and eventually pass away and die for. But yet they can't even prove that is real. Whew. When you really let that process, it's like, it's mind-blowing. All these witnesses ready to grow old and die. But yet they're scared to do research. They're scared to ask questions. They're scared to see the real truth about their religious beliefs. But yet you're ready to die for it? You can't prove that is real, but you're ready to die for it. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense.